Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Peter Skaggs with Lighthouse, and I want to thank you for joining me on episode number 5 of the Lifestyle Asset Podcast. Today, we're going to answer the question of what are the steps I need to take to own a lifestyle asset? There are so many potential steps to not only finding, but financing, furnishing, and then ultimately facilitating a lifestyle asset that it can become overwhelming. I know because I've gone through that process. I've also helped dozens of other people go through that process. So I want to break down what we've identified as the 6 steps, the 6 main steps that you need to take when you consider buying a lifestyle asset. So the first one, they say that the most important 3 things when buying an investment property are location, location, and location. So that is the first step. We need to determine the right location for us. Is the location going to be a place that we love, we want to go to, we are familiar with, we've been going there for years? For Linda and me, my wife and me, we had been going to Kauai for several years. We knew that was where we wanted to invest for our first lifestyle asset. For you, there may be other reasons. You love it, or maybe you just want to be in a market that has great returns, or maybe you want to have a retreat that's in a different state or near national parks or whatever it might be. Maybe you work in an area. I'm helping a gentleman buy in the Orlando area. He lives in New York, but he's always down in Orlando for conferences, for conventions, for all sorts of things. So we're helping him buy because of that reason. So location is the first thing. We got to find and identify the location that we want to buy our lifestyle asset. Next is financing. That's where the true fun begins. That's spoken by a loan officer. Financing is tough. Financing can be difficult. Financing is not nearly as much fun as finding the right location and the right property, but ultimately it's an important step. It is step number 2. We can help you through that process. You want to understand what are your options. There are 2 different options. You can buy it as a second home or as an investment property. You want to understand those, which is right for you, and ultimately figure out the financing circumstances for you when you're buying a lifestyle asset. 3 is to be or not to be a property manager. You want to determine whether or not you're going to self-manage or you're going to hire a third-party management, or maybe you're required to use third-party management depending on where you're buying. So you want to understand that. If you're going to self-manage buying a condo or a townhome where the HOA handles all the landscaping or things might be more appealing to you than buying a single family. If you're going to hire third-party management, maybe a single family is okay because they can handle the landscaping. You want to understand what your plans are when it comes to management so that you know, 1, how to run your numbers, 2, and then 2, what kind of property might be the right fit for you based on property management. I can help you through both of those. The 4th step is setting it up, and you want to set it up for success. This includes getting the right cleaning crew in place, getting the right maintenance crew in place, having IT figured out, and then ultimately interior design. I'm blessed. I'm married to the most beautiful woman on the planet Earth. She's amazing and talented in so many ways. One of her greatest talents is that she has just a knack for making things beautiful. So she is an interior designer. She has a degree in interior design. She's sold high-end furniture for years and years and years, helped high-end clientele for years. And we provide that as a service within Lighthouse and within the services that we provide. So if you needed help, we can help you with that. If you don't need help, you just need to understand that you want to simplify. You want to make it beautiful. You want to make it desirable. You ultimately want to meet your avatars, what their expectations are. You need to make sure that you have enough beds, that you have enough seats at the dining table. You have enough plates and spoons and forks and knives and cups and all of those things. You want to think those things through when you're setting it up to make sure that you're setting it up for success. Step 5 is the game of operation. So now that you've set it up, now that you've got it all ready, now you have to operate it. This is where you're marketing your property. This is where you're getting it onto the OTAs. OTA stands for Online Travel Agency. These are the websites like Airbnb, VRBO, hotels.com, etc. There's lots and lots of OTAs. You want to make sure that you know which OTAs are going to be the right ones for you. You want to get your profile set up. You want to have beautiful pictures. You want to do a great job of getting the description on there. And then ultimately, you want to be operating this property. Now, if you're in a more seasonal area, you might need to do a little more operating. If you're in the Sun Belt, it might be a little easier to operate that property. If you're in a highly saturated vacation rental area, like the Panhandle of Florida, operation might require a little more hands-on than if you're in a limited area where there's not a lot of competition. So you want to understand what the game of operation is going to look like for you, and be prepared for that. This is a business. As much as it is a place that you're going to use and it's going to bless your life and it's going to be an awesome, awesome, awesome investment, it ultimately is a little bit of a side hustle. And so some side hustles require a little more TLC than others. And so you just want to understand that and be prepared for that. That might be where you hire property management if you don't have the time or attention to give to it. If you do, then self-management might be a perfect fit for you. Just know that it's going to be an ongoing side hustle for you. And then the sixth step, and I think this is the most important step when buying a lifestyle asset. There are a lot of people out there that are teaching you how to buy a short-term rental. We're not buying short-term rentals. We're not arbitraging short-term rentals. We are buying a lifestyle asset. Step number 6 is living a lifestyle of intention. We want you using this place. We want you to have experiences here. We want you to go there with your loved ones to build those relationships, to establish memories, to have adventures, to create meaningful experiences together. This is going to lengthen your life. It is going to bless your life. It's going to impact your life far greater than the monetary benefits and blessings of owning this lifestyle asset. So that is the 6th step, and it is the most important, but it's also the one that's the most often forgotten. You know, we go out during the summer when our kids are out of school, and that is actually a peak season in a lot of ways for Hawaii. And so we are sacrificing quite a bit of money to go out and spend extended time as a family. But I will tell you, I wouldn't trade $1 billion for the experiences I've had. I have memories of my little 3-year-old learning to snorkel and having her little bum hanging up in the air as fish are swimming all around her, and little snorkel, and she'd pop up every time she saw a fish. Was so excited. And then these experiences of taking my son on jogs and going out and shooting hoops with him at the park there locally, because he wanted to keep up on his basketball game, but it was just me and him shooting hoops. Of my wife and I holding hands, just sitting on the beach, just holding hands, watching our kids play in the sand and in the surf. These experiences will last me forever. I've got hundreds of these memories and these experiences because I invested in living in a lifestyle of intention. So I hope you found that helpful. Those are the 6 steps. Again, it is location, 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 financing, where the true fun begins, to be or not to be a property manager, setting up for success, the game of operation, and living a lifestyle of intent. If you want more information about each one of these steps, we have recorded a several hours worth of content that goes into depth on each one of these steps. You can go and find out, you can go and become a member of our online courses at imalighthouse.com. That's imalighthouse.com. The letters I, letter M, letter A, lighthouse.com. You can go check us out there. We would love to have you join our community. Again, my name is Peter Skaggs. I'm with Lighthouse. And remember, a legacy isn't left, it's lived. Have a blessed day.